Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Hades 2, where today I think we're going to start things off with some Chaos Trials. I'm eager to see what these are all about. So, use a fleeting burst of surpassing vigor imbued by primordial chaos to cleanse the woods of Erebus.
I see what needs to be done.
We're pretty good at using this staff to kill enemies in Erebus. This seems doable.
I feel unstoppable.
Our trial thus begins. The slower usage of the pitch-black standing stone enables me to temporarily emerge from my abyss, and I thank you for that. I can observe more clearly both the outcome of your trial and all else.
That seems useful. Wow. Okay. I mean, the staff special is really easy to use, and it's very safe. Yeah, let's take Flourish. Boy, the base damage on it's not very good, though, huh? Even with that bonus, it's kind of whatever. It's kind of not so great. Let's see if we can get a little bit of assistance.
Back.
I didn't realize it had a little AoE burst on it. That's useful. Or at least it could be, theoretically, if I ever let the enemies live long enough to get close to each other. Also, it does curve in the air a little, which can be very nice.
Olympus calls.
You got that bloody Titan, didn't you? Don't feel too bad you couldn't end him altogether. Not like any of the rest of us were able to, as you can plainly see. Instead, mayhaps go kick him while he's down. Happy to help with that.
Alright, so we are not given the option of improving our special, which is a real bummer. Sprint destroys most ranged shots near you and inflicts Scorch. You know, I kind of like that.
They'll burn.
What I don't love about it is that it says most ranged attacks near you. Not all of them, but... What keepsake do I have on right now? Okay, the Luckier Tooth, because that's how we ended the last run. Sure, that makes sense. What about my Omega special? Well, it travels real slow. It's impressive damage, though. And I guess I'm just not realizing how much health and magic we have. I don't even look at those numbers during Erebus usually because, you know, Erebus. But it turns out we can probably roll entirely on the Omega special. Yep, and the area damage effect on the Omega version of the thing is much more pronounced.
Okay.
How exactly you shall vanquish Chronos, someone shall have to explain to me at some point. Your witching ways shall help you to prevail while we could not, At least he hasn't yet imprisoned you along with your kin.
That's the spirit. Always looking on the bright side. Really nuke your magic, but I don't know that we need restoration, to be perfectly honest with you. Attacks inflict blitz is kind of whatever. I guess I'd rather have divine vengeance. I don't know that I'm going to be doing a lot of attacking. And we certainly don't need more bonus magic, it turns out. Okay, the Omega special does not turn to follow enemies very much, but it does explode in a large enough area that if you miss them, you still get them sometimes. Well, So far, this has been very straightforward. What is Aphrodite's gonna do? Is probably gonna confer weak. I think I like that over Scorch, honestly.
This one again.
Aw. I'm actually burning through the shield very quickly here. Yep, and that deleting projectiles thing is actually very effective.
Enough.
It's been so long, love. Why, I felt a little thrill of fright. But then a little birdie told me you'd gone far down in those depths, even to some success. I'll be excited to hear all the juicy bits.
All right, let's not all spend all of our time here thinking about Aphrodite and juicy bits. Boy, nobody wants to give me a boost to my special, huh? I mean, Heartbreaker will work. Yeah, the palm's all right too. But like, our special slot is still open even with the Chaos boon. I'm fairly sure we can get a traditional boon to buff it. You lot are very annoying. Alright, yeah, wow, 60 more damage on the Heartthrob is certainly interesting. If like Scorch on the foes that fire is like, it's fun, but it's hard to rely on it.
All right.
Let's take this, and then, you know, I guess like a little bit more money is alright.
Taking this back.
Oh my god. Please stop dodging.
Now then.
Okay, we still got 73. That's not terrible.
Thank you, Father.
And let's go spend it immediately.
Hail, boatman.
My blessing made it all that way on just a rickety old wooden ferry boat. Must be a litany of fire safety hazards there, although plenty of water near with which to put them out.
This is probably not the most compelling thing in the universe. Okay, there we go. Omega Special does extra cool stuff. On it, into it, love it.
This should help.
Yep, I think that's definitely an important boost. May as well take some armor, although we don't need it.
We got him finally, Lord Charon. The Titan can be slain. If but to complicate his schemes a little while, till we can put a stop to him for good. Yes, my father's throne shall be restored.
And everybody's like cautiously optimistic that we're gonna figure that out. It's really easy to stand close enough to a wall for the fiery projectile to just get immediately consumed. So that's something I need to be aware of. Also, the fiery projectile moves very fucking slowly. Oh, that's interesting. Vampire Cataclysm seems great. We don't necessarily need it this run. I'm inclined to take it. I'm inclined to take a thing this run that I think is like less exciting, like Melting Swipe.
My staff.
I guess a hex would be pretty good, right? We'll definitely have the magic to use it.
You wretches. No.
Boy, it is hard to guarantee that fire projectile is actually going to make contact with anything, huh? It's also kind of hard to make meaningful use of the heartthrobs. I suppose it's nice to have them, you know, in case an enemy runs up on us, but...
I call upon the moon and draw you down.
I felt a weight drawing me toward the crossroads recently, and realized it was the pitch-black stone. So then it has awakened, almost like an eye itself, but far older than mine, and peering from the infinite abyss. Which suits you?
Well, I don't know that we're going to see a path of stars, so that probably doesn't matter. Your hex turns you into an impervious living nightmare with her own abilities. Yo.
Dark side.
That one's new. Okay. Yeah, really interesting. We probably don't need a centaur heart and give it everything, so...
A brief respite awaits.
You made it pretty far down there before. Impressive work. I knew you had it in you, but Graham still isn't backing down, is he? Maybe he's having second thoughts at least.
Specials are faster? Sure. Go get a palm. I kind of wonder what
Chaos seeks me.
the chaos thing would be here, because like we're only going to the end of Erebus, right? I guess I don't know exactly how many rooms we're talking about. It's just like I wouldn't think there would be time to wear off a normal chaos curse. I guess we'll see.
A recent moment when time briefly ceased to be, and I alone could tell. I believe this coincided with your confrontation with Chronos. Now you return to me, attempting to repeat the same outcome. Interesting.
Nope, these are real. Huh. Okay, next two boons you find are limited to common, and after raid your specials are even better.
It is yours.
I wonder if we will actually have 2 encounters. The good news is that's a curse where even if we have to fight the boss with it on, it's not going to matter very much.
Get in line. I was here first.
All right, I'm waiting. What's up? I'm not allowed to talk to you.
But
Death to Chronos.
Night.
Night.
Is there by any chance a single golden pot anywhere? No, there is not. All right, well, technically I'm missing 15 HP. Not that it matters.
Shall we? You've a particular objective to achieve here, haven't you? Seen what must be done within the facets of the pitch-black stone.
A trial on top of a trial. This is one of the infinite possibilities that Chaos anticipated. I chose this path, but it was already there for me to find.
It's very much disquieting to know the choices that we make might all be preordained to some extent. Nevertheless, Knight's will is to be done.
I mean, many of them are personally acquainted with the fates, right? This is not a new idea.
Crossed flames awaken. Dark side.
It's cool that she has dialogue for that.
Oh, sisters.
All right, when we get her alone, I wanna dark side again when we have a little bit of time to actually work on her, because I'm curious how much damage this does when you really focus it. And the answer is a lot. This build is really quite effective. Oh, I did the
Caught out again.
dash in the wrong direction at first. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. Can I? No, I cannot hex myself out of this. No breaking the polymorph with the other polymorph.
Now beware.
Ah. Oh, that's interesting. We haven't seen that before. If she changes position while the waves are out.
Enough. I yield.
I mean, that's a fairly straightforward challenge.
Wield Discura capably. And I can tell the bond you share is strong. Now, farewell.
Some stardust.
Okay.
No! Return to Shadow now.
Ow. You would think Chaos could just, like... You'd think Chaos could just snap us out of there painlessly? Wouldn't that be nice?
Chaos trial, check. These chaos trials. We're not changing reality too much, are we, Chronos?
He's like, hey, who's we, lady?
You fought well.
Okay, so some time does pass, although sadly, just barely not enough.
That pitch black stone in our training grounds. I've sensed it ever since your incantation. The subtle influence of chaos on this realm.
Our goals are intertwined. When I gaze upon the stone, I begin to see different paths and possibilities in every facet. Some leading closer to our victory.
Those paths and possibilities are real, like as not, as are the splendors that await should you indulge our primordial benefactor. There always is uncertainty where chaos is concerned. Yet I trust that Nyx's parent is an ally, not a threat.
I trust so too.
Well, why don't we just do another one? And then we can retrieve our treats from the cauldron in case we run into the cat. Or I guess we're probably going to the surface. I don't know if there are potential animal familiars on the surface.
Don't worry, you didn't miss much while you were out. A lot of standing around, chanting prayers for your victory and protection. How'd those work out for you, by the way?
Fine, thanks. And your own lack of support is a more significant motivator than you realize.
You know all about lack of support.
At least Milanoe is starting to fire back a little bit on those.
The depths of chaos.
Tale of vengeance. Under the Queen of Olympus, turn your foes' fury against them, retaliating wherever they strike until the city of Aphira is secure. So, that's interesting. I'll be evil-eyed against who? I mean, let's take it.
I can overcome this.
We'll try another one. Like I said, get the cauldron clear.
Feels different somehow.
Vengeance is an impulse I would better understand.
Okay, Eris. Sure, that makes sense, I
For
guess.
my family.
Something about this night feels very odd, and in my experience, such premonitions are never to be ignored. Perhaps the strange forces at work are merely due to your invocations. Just do be careful, girl.
Okay, this is pretty compelling. So okay, we're not as crazy super buffed as we were. After you take damage, big damage and inflict hitch, and daze, we have all of the vengeance stuff. Whenever you exit a location, restore back to full health if you are above 50%. And we have big flood control. Okay. So all this stuff being the case, I guess I don't love the special on this thing just because it, you know, moves us into harm's way a lot. He's really moving. Okay, there we go. A little clumsy, but I got there.
The light of the moon is all that now illuminates the surface, where the dead have risen, and Olympus teeters on the brink of doom.
Damn you, Chronos.
Ow. I mean, not that I would recommend hitting me as a strategy. It actually seems to be quite ineffective.
Olympus.
Sweetness, why, you seem entirely yourself. Upon the surface here, that is. I thought you couldn't tolerate this place, yet here you are, strutting across the war-torn land as though it's yours by right.
Okay, so once again, Heartbreaker. It's a little less compelling here, although, you know, the Omega attack is actually very good. Dash, blast foes near where you start and end, inflicting weak. Maybe I don't, you know, maybe I don't hate that. Cast drags foes in is nice, though. We do have a little bit of an explosion on our main attack.
My heart.
If we could use the cast to group them up real tight, group enemies up real tight before attacking them. Hey.
Oh, that's rich. Friendly word of advice, sister. Stay out of my bloody way, else you're liable to get hurt. Now scoot, and tell whomever sent you that I work alone.
Wow. Hey, Heracles.
Your threat is duly noted, son of Zeus. I'm headed for the docks, but understand this city's sealed shut.
Then you understand you ought to turn back. This town is dead. It doesn't let the living pass.
Well, I'm only, like, mostly living. Have you seen my cool arm?
I'm daughter of Hades. The dead shall answer to me. They may just need a little encouragement.
Try all you like. But remember, you were warned.
Doesn't seem like the nicest dude. Do I have any nectar? Let's see if he'll take some. Nope. He will not, in fact, converse with me.
Need a quick overview.
Okay, that's cool. I love the Melanoe face on the map. It's very adorable. Let's start with the hammer, I guess.
Some sort of barrier.
It really does take quite a while for the skulls to come down.
That pylon's powering the barrier out there.
Get them, friendly ghosts. Alright, is there a... No, there does not appear to be a tombstone.
Well?
These are just free-range zombies. Your special projectiles deal more damage. You know, Possessed Array is maybe interesting. So they just do the Omega attack for 0 whenever retrieved. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what that looks like in practice. Oh, okay. It means they take longer to drop and then they rocket back to you. I thought it was like when I touch them, they would go up again and hang up them there for a while and then attack. The thing I was curious about was how do they know where to aim? But I understand now.
The seeing eye bats have returned. The barrier's weakening.
Alright, we don't need this necessarily. Although a source of gain certainly would be useful.
A sign of Chronos. No shells.
Okay, these Chronos flags, very inconvenient on the surface here, as well as they are in the fight with him. Ow, don't stand in a fire. Yeah, actually, it's kind of rad, right? It's just like throw everything into combat and then rush in and blow up a bunch of enemies with the skulls coming back to us. I like this upgrade quite a bit.
No way you could have already stopped Gramps by now, but going after him right when you did, you're buying us some time to put a little wrinkle in his plan. So cheers.
Feels like sort of a lack of faith, but whatever, it's fine. Get ourselves some lesser greater evasion. And make sure none of the side buildings are open here before we leave.
Something's changed.
We're very unlikely to be able to use a hex just yet.
Traitors.
Ow. There was more explosion there that I was not prepared for. Yeah, okay, the barrels leave secondary bombs behind. Yeah, that's very effective.
She's back.
All right, more dash stuff. You know, glamour gain. Glamour gain's a pretty good gain. Yeah.
Now to head back.
I will, in fact, take that. Okay. So the additional circles aren't actually extra explosives. They're just tiny projectiles that create the fire effect where they land. Still not good to be too close to them. Well, I did just dash right along the axis of his projectile, didn't I? Somewhat less than ideal. Well, we're pretty tough overall.
Last one.
And we have to lose a lot of health for it to stick.
Let us together shine this night, O moon.
I ought to welcome you more formally to our world's surface, little star. Part of me knew you would discover your way here. If you feel lost, you need but look aloft. Your choice?
Alright, we're taking Moonwater just because it's the only one that I believe we might spend enough magic to actually trigger. Even though, it's not really any use, like, though, is it? Because we have so much health.
Twilight curse.
Maybe we will be able to fire this at some point. It would be neat to turn our enemies into sheep. Yeah, geez, the enemies really cannot withstand much interaction with this strategy. Okay, so it's not always extra elemental boons. Sometimes there are other little rewards. I am really good at missing this stationary object.
For me.
Wow, okay. You can get a whole centaur heart from one of these. Alright, only one more is necessary.
What else is here?
So Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Apollo. Gosh. What would be good? We don't need a gain. Let's take Hera because we already have some Hera effects. Hopefully we can see a more advanced boon here. God, there's always so much fire on the ground.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Sprint inflicts hitch whenever you Omega while you have 100% magic. That's pretty not amazing for us here. I guess the Nexus sprint, it doesn't
My strength reborn.
doesn't seem great, but none of that really did. It does leave a really neat trail when we run, at least.
Barrier down.
Hey there. Weird that those guys were here. Okay, so finishing the barrel does delete all of the other rewards.
Farewell, Athera.
Let's see. Save it for somebody who cares, sister.
I am trying so hard to give you a gift, I swear. Okay, now I can.
Great son of Zeus, I offer you this gift of nectar, that it may quench your thirst as you labor for the gods. They must be grateful for your might.
Saves me having to find another bottle for when next I have to prove my fealty. Here, something for your trouble.
No trouble at all, thank you.
Okay, cool.
This one. A lonesome, dusty path from the necropolis exhibits much of the decay within, yet provides comfort of a sort to all the many simple shades nearby, with nowhere left to go.
We'll find you a new home.
Does it comfort them to just like hang out near a body? Or maybe it's the wool specifically is comforting?
You've sailed far from your usual course, boatman. Not solely on my account, I trust.
You said it, brother.
Your generous aid is much appreciated, Lord.
We've a long-standing partnership with your good boatman there. I bring mortals into being and marry them off after a bit. And he takes them yonder to your realm. Or used to, anyway.
She's hating you.
Okay. Specials, I mean, I don't love Sworn Flourish here. Keen Intuition, I guess, is alright. It's not a lot of bonus damage. Family Trade probably just doesn't do anything for us, though, because we're right at the end here. So, yeah, I guess this. I don't think it's gonna matter.
What is it now? Don't even try and sneak by. What, you think you were gonna catch me napping here? Not gonna happen.
It might. If you keep blocking my path, you'll get another thrashing, and you'll be sound asleep again in no time. That what you want?
Oh, got a dilemma on my hands. I'm always sleepy, yeah. But I'm always hungry, too. Guess that makes this a can't-lose proposition.
Well, there you go. There's looking at the bright side. Oh, I ran into him. I'm doing a really good job of taking damage here.
Get almost to this. Find some people for nothings.
Oh dear. Wow, he really, like, he goes into the second jump really, really fast.
That does it.
Yeah, like, it's really tough to know when it's safe, ow, to go close enough to him to pick my ammo up. Well, he probably should have stopped hitting me. That was that was his first mistake. Good work, Chronos. You did it.
Experiment complete? No! Return to Shadow now.
Yeah, that was a weird one because, like, I almost couldn't lose because of the immense amount of return damage we were doing. I was not managing the pattern well, and I was just getting hit constantly, and it turns out that's the strat, actually.
Did what I had to do.
Hey. Hey, what happened? You look weird or something, I don't know. We're out too long. Took someone to the woods.
No, Dora, though I don't think I can sufficiently explain. You know the pitch black stone? Turns out it can do things.
The purple rock can do things, you say? You know what? I don't even want to know the rest. Just gonna let my imagination take over for you, thanks.
Anytime?
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Princess?
I learned what happened to the Fates, Lord Moros. Or rather, how Chronos discovered where they were. It was Chaos who led Chronos to them. Chaos, of course, seems to regret this now, and I don't think had any ill intent.
Oh, that is a lot of information to take in. It does make some amount of sense. Chronos having free reign in your father's house, eventually found his way to Chaos, then coaxed this vital information out of them. Then he ambushed the Fates as part of his plans for conquest.
You're taking all this better than I would have. Come to think of it, I've never seen you angry.
You're seeing me right now. It's just, my anger changes nothing, typically. So Chaos now is working to undo some of the damage caused. Chronos removed one thread in the Fates, but created another. Perhaps an unwise trade.
Making a mockery of Chaos seems unwise to me. Sister Selene.
Oh, little star. During such phases, I remain unseen in the night sky and can enjoy a moment's rest. So let us speak a little more. Although I fear that speaking starts to drain me of my light. How fares the task?
Great Selene, I am honored by your presence here. The task proceeds at pace, I think. Although, as you well know, we have much left to do. I'm grateful you've been watching over me.
And I am grateful for the opportunity. I am the Eye of Night, but you, I think, have come to be her sword. Until we see each other once again under her veil.
Farewell till then.
And here I was gonna try to invite her to the baths.
Your recent travels to the surface. How were you able to survive up there? You were away for longer than I would have expected.
My surface breathing incantation made a difference after all, Headmistress. I still felt the oppressive atmosphere up there, weighing down on me, but not crushing me quite like before.
Magic born of your resolve. I'm impressed, though not entirely surprised. May your craft thus protect you ere Olympus is secure.
Indeed.
Alright.
Smells delicious.
Okay, so 2 more familiar biscuits. Anything
Must be
new
an
here?
incantation
Not
that
really.
can help.
So we could do some moonlit essence stuff. It seems really inefficient to make shadow and then do the moonlit essence thing here. It's not even twice as much. I guess Stardust is probably quite limited. That said, I do think we're gonna use some for this because I for sure
Power to create.
want to upgrade the Death Defiance card. So, I think we'll do one more of those to let that finish.
How was the surface? Still warm and welcoming, I reckon. You're to be commended for even setting foot up there.
It was dreadful. The city of Aphira is completely overrun, and there's a blind Cyclops making sure no one gets out.
Well, that all sounds entirely unfortunate. Blind Cyclops, huh? I must be Polyphemus. Given that scrape myself way back. He's still going on about eating people?
Or just, whatever's nearby.
He is.
Oh.
That's a very charming way for that conversation to end.
Death to Chronos, sir.
You'll get him yet.
You keep heading up when you ought to be heading down toward your objective. Forget about the mountain, not your fight.
My family on Olympus is under assault by the legions of Chronos, and it's not my fight?
No. He's down below, all comfy on your father's throne, and you don't have anything to worry about besides him.
Sure I don't.
We can try this again. I would assume this isn't gonna work, but it's odd that they let me try it.
Nemesis, we've been going on like this a while, and I wondered if you'd be up to take a break. Over at the Springs.
Come to think, could really use a bath.
Okay.
You, I mean. But I could too, I guess, so why not?
Sick burns, as always. And this is where it turns out there was a lie. It doesn't take forever to get in and out of that suit.
Hot, not too cold.
How long has it been since you last took off the armor?
A while. Not been much incentive. You saw how much of a pain it is to undo the lacing and the straps. Feels strange without. Like I don't know.
Unburdened? Or more comfortable, at least?
Good letting off some steam sometimes, I guess. But there's a fine line between rest and complacency.
I don't know that we're at risk of becoming complacent here, Nem.
The risk is greater than you think. We're lounging in a bath while who knows what is going on out there.
We're not lounging. We'll be better equipped to deal with the who knows what out there if our muscles aren't all knotted up.
Like you know.
Okay, I mean, that's the friendliest they've ever been.
Alright, gotta get back to work. Though, this suit does feel a little lighter now.
Take care, Nem.
Okay, well, actually, I'm really happy with that.
Death to Chronos?
Sure.
Even that seemed more positive.
Fresh from the pot.
Alright, do I want to just throw another one in there? I guess so, right?
Power to create.
This stuff seems important, and we're about to spend basically all that we have. Oh, this is
As promised.
This is here. I should have checked and maybe put in another order before spending time. Oh, you can just buy more stuff. It's not even... Oh, Moondust also is just purchasable and actually not even that expensive. Well, shoot. I did not realize.
I'll take it.
Is there anything down here for us to do yet? Still seems like no. But yeah, I like the fact that the relationship is evolving, and I like the fact that having more than one kind of relationship input makes it easier to portray that kind of change. So yeah, this one, insights. Let's upgrade it.
I see it now.
Okay, 12 more dust and another 12 more M dust and another S dust to put it over the top. I would love to do that. So what, we have 3 cooking. I could buy 9. It's a lot of bones, but
Welcome, Lord Charon.
we get a lot of bones, you know? Yeah.
Trade you.
I could pay for 3 more and just buy the 3rd Death Defiance right now. And it's not like we won't use the other 3 that's cooking. Yeah.
I've need of that.
Just basically spend all of our bones.
Nevertheless, I feel as though I ought have been there, brother. Perhaps I could have protected them, as was my charge. To think the fates themselves may have denied me the attempt. It's discomforting that I may never know. You have every reason to be angry. I'm angry too. Nonetheless, I'm grateful that our paths have intertwined again. Be safe, Charon.
Alright, so let's go put this upgrade in. Oh, no, activate. Flip it.
Let me see.
Activate it some more.
I never realized.
Okay, and I believe, having put that at max rank, wasn't there a prophecy for upgrade a card all the way? Oh, maybe not.
Interesting.
Ah, fully upgrade 3 cards it was. Oh, wait a minute. Is Strife home?
More of this filth.
What are you looking
Or
at?
Eris, rather.
You traitor. How dare you stand against me and our cause? And of all the nerve to show your face again here. You'll be cast out for what you've done.
Sorry, babe, but I'm not going anywhere. Thank Nyx and Hecate and their unbreakable oaths. Besides, you got me all wrong.
Oh? Perhaps I merely mistook you for one of Nyx's other daughters who readily shot at me using the rail of adamant.
No, that was me all right, and I had a great time. But I take umbrage with the traitor thing. Think I made clear I wasn't on your side.
Then you serve Chronos.
Sure.
She's so weird. Why are you like this? Alright, well.
Look at him all peaceful. Not a care in the world. Could you imagine?
He's beautiful. He has this wisdom about him, even asleep. Nyx must have taught you all so much.
Not really. Hypno served in the House of Hades under Mother's care. Ran into him now and then, though. He ever wakes up? Hope I can be there when you finally meet.
Thank you, Nem.
I mean, I'm sure she kind of means it, you know, in a mean way, but again, it does feel like that relationship is warming, which is really sweet. Okay, so one more of these.
Visions.
The Trial of the Labrys. Use the earth-splitting power of the Moonstone Axe to okay, yeah. I'll do that with the Lion Fang on, huh?
I'll do my best.
I don't yet know what the Lion Fang actually does. Haven't looked at it.
My loadout's changed.
This is a trial of strength, so please use it with care.
30% bonus damage, but lose 5% after
mistress
each
guides me.
encounter. The dangerous kind. Okay. You know. With this weapon, maybe they shouldn't all count. Okay, we have Hearth Gain, so infinite magic. Double strike sometimes. Deal more damage until you take damage. Marauder Slash and Executioner's Chop and Hell Splitter. Okay. So we can do our chop twice. We can do our Hell Splitter twice. Okay. Interesting. And we have Nova Strike. Okay.
That is Orifet the Moonstone axe, all right. Though not expected ever to lay eyes on it. Some mortals worship the Labris, you know. Here, let's give them something to believe in.
Some mortals certainly do. If you take damage during your attacks or specials, they're stronger when hit. I mean, I think... Are they stronger if they hit? I think that's a pretty good way to go here. Yeah, horrifying. Really, really horrifying. Okay, it's easy enough to drop out of it. I think...
To chaos.
Probably want to see what's up with chaos. We could get another attack boon. It's not impossible.
Some coins.
Perhaps I should not actively participate within the trials of my own design, or I unduly influence the outcome. But I believe this way, it shall be much more interesting for us both.
Afterwards, your attacks deal bonus damage. Ooh, that's a fair amount of extra life. But what about attacks deal even more damage?
If that is your wish.
I'm feeling fairly tough. Nope.
Lord Charon will want this.
All right, once again, you have to resist the urge to attack immediately after the dash. Let her set her feet so you can get the big attack off instead. Alright, we don't have infinite health, and we're not getting health back. Just like passively during the thing, during the run, so we have to be a little cautious. I pressed dash there well before we got hit by that attack. It's just, it processes at the end of whatever animation you're currently doing. Ugh, it's very easy to get caught in this.
We've been holding our own up here against that Chronos and his forces, but there's something going on. Oh, I can feel it. Whatever the Titan thinks he has in store, however, I suspect that it can burn.
Well, most things can. That sprint thing, again, is interesting. Maybe cast? We're probably not going to be doing our special, although I should remember that we have the shield. Yeah, neither of these are, like, amazing. I guess, you know, soot sprint's good.
Whew, that's hot. You again.
I certainly wouldn't mind a palm on our attack boon.
Vanquished.
Okay, no such luck. I guess, yeah. More double strike chance seems pretty solid. We have 197 gold. I do think we're going to go for the Apollo boon here. I guess we're wounded enough to justify the life essence.
Valuable enough.
Alright. Plus 25% damage after this next encounter. Oh, that's annoying. This is not the one I wanted. Okay, well.
Together. clear again.
We handled it.
Mindless wretch.
Hey, you got old Hestia to call out of the woodwork. She normally wants nothing to do with any of us, though this business with Chronos got her all worked up. Well, good.
Yeah, nice to see her appreciating the danger of the situation. Attacks may inflict daze doesn't feel all that good because of the, enemies don't survive the attack. So I don't know, maybe I should still have taken it just because it was also fire elemental. And so it would have played well with the infusion if we got it.
That you, Arachne?
This is unsettling. A little twitchy, I guess. Ooh. Is this going to be a trial?
Aid from two relatives at once.
It is indeed.
Well, isn't that sweet?
We're not going to be doing controlled burn. Smoldering, I guess.
I go out of my way to offer you my strength and you refuse? That's not something any self-respecting god can abide.
All right, we're doing this again, are we?
Wait, what? He's angry with me now.
Probably shouldn't stand in any weird rings on the ground.
Let's all just take a breath.
There we go.
Sorry about that, Sunshine. When my wrath flares up, probably best not to be anywhere in the vicinity.
All right, attacks may inflict daze. Still not really that interesting. Yeah, let's take Light Smite. At least it's the right element. This will probably jump up a significant amount with a palm, but not like a huge amount. And we have a lot of blessings, so we're not very likely to get it. It is far from certain. This thing where I can set up the attack and just leave it on the ground while the enemies spawn feels very unfair.
Olympus has been under siege before. Normally it's not too big a deal. But Gramps has something else in mind this time. Got some individuals here pretty spooked.
I hate to be boring, but honestly, it's better with this weapon. It's a better option with this weapon than it has been with any of the others we've used.
Come, you thieves. Open.
That might have been pretty close to as fast as that would go. See if we get an interesting hex.
Clear. I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
I regret our meetings are in haste, and that we are unable to converse when thus we meet. I am expected high aloft for all to see. Our connection is to remain as hidden as the crossroads. We are to move in shadows. Behold.
All right, we're not doing a lot of spending right now. I did like Nightbloom a lot when we had access to it earlier. Wolf Howl's also kind of good. I kind of want Nightbloom.
The dead shall rise.
Yeah, that'll show them someone.
Lord Charon set up shop.
We have to reach you however we can, and Charon's been more than keen to oblige. Bit of an odd fellow, but then aren't we all?
Some of us more than others, I guess. Okay, foes with daze take more damage if struck from behind. That does make me wish I had Dazzling Display. But we at least have the Revenge Daze.
It must be so frustrating, Lord Charon. Watching the dead of Erebus swallow here with no place to go. You'll send them on their way yet. Until then.
So far it has felt like these trials are
Sure enough.
tuned to be very easy.
The altar in our training grounds is for your benefit, yet you would face me whilst ignoring the arcana. An oversight? Or bit of cheekiness?
Merely a bit of deception with which to take you off your guard, Headmistress.
I think not. I'm fully on my guard and suggest you be on yours.
Something tells me it's not quite going to be fully enough.
Crossed flames awaken! Look now upon the moon.
Wow, the area that covers.
Behold. That blasted little toad.
Great work, Chronos.
This does now. Face all of me.
Yeah, Chronos is like tremendously useful.
At ease. You have grown strong, although we've an eternity to hone our craft.
There. Did you see that, Chaos?
Yeah, so
Turn to shadow now.
that one was the hardest of them, but it's still like I wouldn't say it's impossible to fail, but I find it very unlikely that would anyone would fail that.
Trial complete.
I wonder if that's really the intent, that they be tuned that way, or if it's just a bit of, these aren't all the way
Laura must be
implemented yet.
hiding for a bit.
Because it seems weird, right?
The Oath of the Unseen is somewhere here. Isn't that so, Princess? The aura that it emanates, I haven't felt it since before all this. I thought the Oath was lost with Mother Nyx, but it was in the care of Lady Hecate.
It's in my own care now. The will of night shall be done, no matter what. Isn't that so? You're here among the unseen. You know our charge.
The Oath is clearly in good hands.
You were close.
Smells delicious.
Much is expected of you. The pressure that you feel, you never speak of it, and yet full well I know it's there. Your constant companion.
I can hardly distinguish between pressure and faith anymore. My entire life has led to this, and all of you are counting on me. Are you truly so certain in my inevitable success, Headmistress?
Pressure and faith are intertwined, 'tis true. Ever in conflict. Should the pressure utterly prevail, out comes despair. Only then do we truly falter.
You didn't answer my question. The combined might of the gods was not enough to stop Chronos before. And you know the fates are unpredictable. My success is not a certainty.
My faith is not in outcomes, 'tis in you. And I've enough of it to last. Should you find yours lacking, I shall always spare you some of mine.
Thank you for believing in me.
No need.
I mean, it's good and it's sweet, but it's not really a solution.
So how has Nemesis been faring out there? Taking matters into her very capable hands. Not making too much grief for you, I hope.
Let's Odysseus, that was an odd inflection, wasn't it?
So you know already. And Headmistress must too. Nemesis is being Nemesis. Discovering firsthand our task is not as simple as it seems.
Say no more then. Though if she becomes too intent on impeding your results over achieving her own, we'll step in.
It won't come to that.
And I don't know that it would be a good idea to step in if it did, frankly. Okay, nothing else going on up here.
Nem's still out there, I guess.
I guess so. Okay, so what else would be a good idea to upgrade early? I don't know that the sorceress is all that compelling. Wayward Son is an interesting name for this, but yeah, that does seem useful. Just upping our regen. Starting with more max HP and more max MP. There are so many things where the upgrade is like really obviously really worth it. Yeah, I don't know how I want to spend my dust yet. Or maybe we just like need a lot more bones so that we can have a lot more dust. Something like that. Alright, we're still short reagents for most of the other aspects. Although we have some cool stuff available now. Should I just build this rod of fishing? I mean, it gives psyche. Or no, sorry, it gives bones. Fish are traded for bones. And at this point, I wouldn't be upset about a big pile of bones. You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. Let's just go ahead and call it there for the moment. That's gonna be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching these little chaos trials. They're interesting. I don't know that we'll bother doing any more of them unless we turn out to be very desperate for Stardust, because they're also just kind of like a little too easy for sure. So come back next time for not more of that, for a run. Probably up to the surface. I don't know. I guess we'll decide when we get there, and we'll see you then.